what you have done. What did we do last?
We
Yeah,
did insert and update data.
yeah. And did we update data?
Don't really remember.
Okay, Mandipa, what did we do? You raised your hand,
We
right?
learned.
Yeah, yeah,
We learned how to put in a table
yeah.
into the data, and we also learned how to do likes and not in, so we can see which people don't have that teacher name.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. And what else? What is the main statement that we did last time? Can anyone remember what are the two main statements that we did last time?
Main function.
No, functions we didn't do yet.
We did insert and select.
Yes, insert and select are the two main statements that we did last time, right? We will, shall we quickly go through what we have done just for the benefit of people who didn't attend?
Yeah.
I will just open and share my screen. Yeah, so connect and localhost. Okay. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what's the first step that we need to do here? Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so what should I do if I want to write some statements? What should I do? What is the first step that I should do here?
Go to database.
Yeah, go. Yeah, I'm already in the database because here you can see, right? So I'm connected to the database. Now what is this next step?
Oh, there's
Yeah, new query.
New query.
Yeah, so I'm hitting new query, right? Okay, so now what is the first step that we did?
Create database.
Yes, create database.
Create
So we created a
database.
database. So we created a database using the create database command, right? The syntax is create
Yes.
database and database name. After that, what did we do?
We want to use schools.
Yeah, after creating the database, we need to use schools. So otherwise, even if you don't use the use command, you can just come here in the drop down and select the database that we have created. So I have created school. So I have done that. So after that, what did we do?
Create table.
Create table.
Create table student.
Yeah, so create table student. Okay, now pay attention here, everyone. Once you created a table, what you can do is, see, this table is created, right? You can generate the query that you have written. How do you can generate the query? Right click on the table that you have created. See, once you right click, there are a lot of options here. Okay. What we are going to do is, see here, I want to generate the query that I have written for creating a table. So I'm just going to you choose script table as create to new query editor. Okay, did you get that? So what are you seeing? See here, this is what we have written, right?
Yes.
Except the on primary it has given by itself. Okay. So this is the query that we have written. So you can generate it as well after creating the query. After creating the table, you can generate this query as well. How do you generate the query? Right click on the table and script table as and create to new query window. Okay. Just remember that. Okay. So after creating the table, what did we do? What did we do?
Insert the columns.
Yeah, not insert the columns, insert the data into the columns, right? So now, if I do a select statement, what is the select statement used for?
You say select, then a star,
Yeah,
and
star.
then you say, from student.
From student, yes. So this will give you, if I execute this one, it will give you all the data. I don't have any data now. Okay, this is another computer that I'm using, so that's why I don't have any data. Let's insert data into this. Okay, who is going to tell me the command? Insert. Okay, insert into. You can do it in two ways. You can either list all the columns that are there in here, or you can just say insert into student. Okay, and what is the next word?
Values.
Okay, now values, the order you need to be very careful of. So we are giving order ID. For ID, what's the ID that we are going to give? 1, right? Because it's the first record. Because I don't have anything in my table. Okay, 1, and then you give student name. So you give Aditi. That's what we gave last time, right? Aditi.
Yeah.
And year.
And
Which year is
we
it?
did the year.
Yeah,
and
5.
It was in year 5.
And then I just gave school ID as 1 because we haven't
1.
created any school so far. So we can give 1. And class teacher name, we said Rajni or something.
Regina. Yeah.
And then comma, and then email. Okay, anyone, why we are giving single quotes here?
Because they are letters.
Yeah, they are letters. Aditi@gmail.com. So now, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns are there, right?
Yeah.
Are there in the student table. So here also we need to have 6 data values. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So got it? So will this work? Okay, I am just running this one. So select only that part. Don't select the student that part. Now, if I execute, what does it say? 1 row affected. So it is 1 row affected. That means select star from student will give me how many rows?
1.
Okay, let's insert few more. So how do you insert 4, 5 lines together? So give 4, 5 lines. Mandipa and year 6. She goes to school number 2 and her teacher is Lata and her email is mandipa@gmail.com. Okay, and in order to, if we want to add more lines, put a comma and then copy this one and then paste it 3 or 4 times because we want to include 4 lines. So I'm just going to change the numbers to 4 and 5. Mandipa to, who else is there?
There was Sarah.
And Gaurav and Adarsh. Okay. And for this Lata, for a couple of them, Lata is there. And everyone is here in year 6. No. Gaurav is in year 9. Adarsh is in year 5, is it? 6.
I'm in year 6.
6. Okay. Sarah, let's say she's also in year 6. Okay. And schools are, Sarah doesn't go to same school. So let's say 3. And Gaurav goes to, both of you go to the same school? 4. I'll just say 4.
No.
Okay, so 4 and 5. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So all of them go to different schools. So that means we have to change the names of the class teachers. So let's say Miss Catherine is 1. One. I'm just thinking of some names here. So maybe John is another one. Okay. And here Sarah. And here Gaurav. Adarsh. Okay. So can I run this one? If I run this one, what will happen? Look carefully and tell me.
It will show in the table.
Will it insert or will it error? Look carefully.
No.
Look carefully.
It would be an error because there's a comma at the end.
Very good. Who is that? Who told me that? Really?
Me, Priyal.
Priyal. Okay. Yeah, because we had a comma here, it will error, and it is also showing the error. See, the error is showing by an underline here, red underline, right? So we have to just remove the comma, and now will it insert how many lines?
It will insert
How many?
4.
4. Yes. 4. Yeah, 4. It will insert 4. So altogether, how many? We have 1 here. So altogether, how many rows?
5.
5 rows. So now if I run select star from student, how many rows will come?
5.
Very good. Okay. So see, here is the data that we have entered. Okay. Now we didn't enter anything in school, right? So let's try and insert into school as well. Everyone have created the school table, right?
Yes.
I didn't create, so I am going to create table school.
Excuse me, Auntie.
Yeah.
When I write the syntax for adding in the values, it's saying an error.
What syntax did you write?
I wrote the one that you just wrote for the values.
Did you end the quotations?
Yes.
Is it looking exactly like this?
Yes.
Okay, what's the error?
It says that there's a syntax error near the email.
Okay, in your email. So maybe in one of the emails you may not have closed the quotation marks. Can you check that?
I've got it now.
Got it?
It was the comma, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so here I am creating the school table, which you already have created. I am giving the school ID. What is the data type that it should be?
It should be integer. It should be integer.
Int and not null. Okay. After that, I'm giving I'm giving another column name, which is school name, and this should be in, what is the data type?
Varchar.
Yes, varchar, and I will give just maybe 50. Okay, and that also should not be null. Okay, so I'm running this one. What will this do? If I execute this, what will happen?
It will create
the school table, right? Okay. So I am creating the school tables. Can we see here in this school database? Can we see the school table? Not yet. So when I refresh, I am going to right click on the tables, and when I refresh, then the school table appeared. Okay. So now when I open the school table and look at the columns, there are 2 columns. So I want to now insert data into school. Okay. Insert into, I can straight away say school, because there are only 2 columns. I'm going to start giving the values. Now we have given till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, so now 1 is Edendale Primary. Okay, primary, and then close. So that is the value for one row. Okay, because it has only 2 columns, we are giving only 2, right? Okay, so the next one is open brackets again, number 2, and let's give some value. Let's say Mandipa. I can't remember your school. What was your school, Mandipa?
I go to Diocesan School for Girls.
Yes, it validates Diocesan School for Girls. Okay. Close the brackets because we have to insert 5 records. So I'm giving another comma and then opening another bracket, number 3, and within quotes we need to okay, within quotes we need to give third, number 3, Sarah. I don't know what, something. Okay, Epsom normal. Okay, primary. And then close the brackets and then again a comma and then number 4. Number 4, which school? Gaurav, which school do you go to?
I go to HVHS.
SVSS.
HVHS.
HVHS. Okay. HVHS. Okay. That's okay. And then comma. Adarsh, which school do you go to? 5.
Waterloo.
Waterloo Primary, right? Waterloo Primary. Close and then close. Okay. So this is the data that I am inserting in school, in the school. So if I run this one, how many records will be created? Anyone wants to answer?
5.
5. Yes, because we have 5 rows here. Okay, so 5 rows affected. So if I want to view the data in the school table, what is the command that I am going to give? Anyone? I want to view data.
From.
Yes, select star from what?
Schools.
Yeah, from school. I think your table name was schools. My table name is school. Okay, so I'm just going to run this one. How many records will we get?
5.
Yes, 5. Okay, let's go. See that those are the. So that is how we insert the data and view the data. So now let's recap what we did in the viewing part of the data. Okay, I'm just going to save this and I'll send it to you later. I'm saving it somewhere. And I'm saying what is the, okay, this is create and insert. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to create a new query and let us see the how we can do the select statements for everything. Okay, what did we cover last time? Select star from student, will give you all data, all records, right? So if I want to comment, what is the command that we use? What is the thing that we use? I told you last time, whether I just want to see whether anyone remembers. If I just want to comment, let's say I'm saying to get all records. Will this be, can I write like this and execute?
No.
No. And I don't want this to be executed, right? So what do? If we want the command to be, the text to be ignored, what do? It is like a comment. So we put 2 hyphens. right? Do you remember that we covered?
Yes.
Hyphens means we are just commenting what the code means, but the when we run the command, it will not take into consideration. Okay, the SQL Server Management Studio will not take into consideration that one, and it will follow to the next line. Okay, so now to get all records, what is the command? Select star from student. Okay? So when I run this one, we get all the records. Okay, now okay, so in year there are some duplicates. Okay, in the year column there are some duplicates, right? So if I want only those, I want to see which years are the kids going to, which years. So what will you answer? Years, kids are going to year 5, year 6 and year 9. So that means you have only 3 distinct records, right? So you have 3 distinct records.
You know the dog that has the pink collar? He's just next there.
So here you want only the distinct of the year column. So you get, what do you get? What do you say for that? Anyone? You use the word distinct here.
Distinct.
And you want the year column, right? So year. Okay. And then what will this give?
The results for the years.
Only, yeah, it will remove all the duplicates and just give the 5, 6 and 9. Okay. Did everyone get that?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 So I will just write that. So I am just commenting for your information so that you can understand. Get distinct year from student. So for that you just give distinct. Okay. Okay. Now get top 2 records. What is the command for that? Can anyone tell me?
Top 2?
Top 2 records.
Select
Top 2 rows.
top, star.
Yeah.
Top.
Yeah.
Select top and then number and then star.
Top 2 and then you need to give star or even the column names. You can give column names as well. From the table name student. Okay. So what will we get now?
She's leaning on me.
Okay. What will we get now?
The top 2 results.
Yeah, get the
From the
top
column?
two results
Table.
from the student table. Yes. Okay, so we are getting Aditi and Mandipa as the student. Yeah, student names, two rows as the 2 rows. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we covered getting all the records, getting distinct values for a column, and also getting top n. You can say top n. You can say top 1, top 2, top 3, top 10, whatever. Okay. Now, okay, we covered in the next one. We covered last week. We covered filtering data. What is the clause that we use for filtering data?
She said,
Anyone remembers?
Where?
Yes, that's perfect. Okay, I'm just going to say filter data. So we have used where condition. Okay. What is the mistake that I did here? Anyone tell me?
You added the hyphens?
Yeah, I didn't add the hyphens. I added, instead of hyphens, I added, what do you call? Equals to.
Equal signs.
Yeah, so that's why it didn't give the green color. It just said that it's an error. Okay. So now, okay, so now for filtering data, first we will do filtering data by one column. Okay, we learned two columns and one condition and two conditions. Okay, not column, one condition and two conditions. So if I want to filter, let's first look at the data and see what we can filter. So I'm just going to go select star from student and I'll see what we can filter. Okay, what can we filter? Okay, we don't have any this thing. School ID is also not the same. Okay, let's see who is going to year 6. Who is going to year 6? Okay, so what should we get the answers here?
Others, Sarah. We should get
Adarsh, Mandipa and Sarah. Okay, so what is the condition that we need to give here?
Which students are going to year 6?
Year 6. So what should I type here? Select star from student. What is the clause that we are going to use for selecting, for filtering? Somebody answered.
Where year equals to 6? Yeah.
Yes. Where? So one condition is where year equals. Okay. So then if I run just that one, we will get 3 records who are going to year 6. Okay, understood? Any questions? Nitya, any question?
No.
Are you understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now next one. Select star from student where year equals 6. Okay, now next one is we will do multiple conditions. Okay, by multiple conditions. Multiple conditions means it can be 2 or more conditions. Okay, let's look at the data. Look at this data again, and let's say. Can
you move your leg?
Okay, so what shall we do? Year equals 6 and okay, let's say year equals 6 and school ID equals 3. Okay, so how many records will be there? If I say select star from student. Okay, for filtering, what is the criteria? What is the clause that we are using? We are using where clause. Okay, now where year equals 5, year equals 6 and school ID equals 3. So if I run this one, how many records are we going to get?
1.
1. And which is the record? Which one out of these?
It is of Sarah.
Sarah, yes, very good. See, we are getting this one. So that's how you can use for multiple conditions. Okay. You can also use this. For example, you can, instead of and, you can use or as well. So you can say, let's say, or, no, I will just write another condition here. You can say, year equals 6. Let's say year and year equals 5. How many are we going to get? How many are we going to get?
1, 2,
0. Zero. Because if it has to satisfy both the conditions. Year equals 6 and year equals 7. Year equals 5. Because one year can have only one value at a time, right? So here instead of and, what are we going to use?
Or.
Or. So if we use or, then you will get how many are we going to get now?
3,
3 we have for student. How many do we have for year 5?
1,
1. So how many in total?
4.
Yes, we will get 4. See, we get 4. Okay. So that's how you can use multiple conditions, and or. Okay. So any questions so far?
no.
No. Okay. What else did we cover last time? Anyone remembers? Did we cover this? Like
Yes.
operator. Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So like operator we can use in 3 ways. What are the 3 ways? Can you remember?
It's like where column, it's what you can remember.
Yeah, so one we can use begins with, the other one we can use ends with, and the other one, third one you can use contains. Okay, let's say we will say I want let's look at the student again and see. I want all the what shall we say? Okay, so I want all the student names that start with A. Okay, how do we write that? Select star from student. What should I write next?
Name,
Where
yes, where
name.
student name like, yes. Now tell me, where student name like
A.
A, yeah, A and percentage. Yes, very good. So if you give percentage at the end, then that will go and search with what is beginning with A, and how many are we going to get?
2,
2, because Aditi and Adarsh are starting with A, right? Okay, let's now do the same with ending. What shall we do for ending? Let me just check. No. Okay, so no, Morris, John, Catherine, no. Okay, let's do email ending with com. Okay, .com or something. Okay, how many are we going to get?
5.
5. And how are we going to give the code?
Com.
Email like percentage, because we have to get ending with com, right? So percentage com. So percentage will be in the front for ending, ends with. Okay. So when I run this, how many are we going to get?
5.
All 5, because all 5 have gmail.com. Okay. So ends with is done. Now we will go contains. Okay. So contains, what is the condition? Select star from student. Where clause, right? Where. Okay, so let's look at okay, let's look at class teacher containing A. Okay. Class teacher containing A. So how do we write? Okay, why is can anyone tell me why is this is error?
Because it's no A.
No. See here, class teacher, because there is a gap, you need to,
brackets.
yeah, you need to start with the square brackets. Start with the square brackets. Then there won't be an error. Okay. Where class teacher. Why is it not coming? Okay, it's because we didn't finish the. Okay. Now what should we do? What is it that I'm going to type now? For contains.
Starting leader.
Select star from student. Where class teacher.
Contains.
Like. No. There is no contains. You have to use like. And now what shall we do?
A.
Yeah, A, but within quotations before and after we need to put
Percentage.
Yes. Okay. So this is the. So is this correct for contains?
Yes.
And how many are we going to get?
3.
3. Yes. Class teacher name has A in these 3 rows, but not in this one. So we are going to get 3 records. Okay. Got it? So this is what we have covered till last week. Okay. So everyone familiar? Everyone understood? Any questions? No questions?
Why do you have to put the like?
Like, okay. This can be achieved. The begins with, ends with, and contains. This can be achieved with like. That is the syntax. Okay. I'll share you the PowerPoint where I'll give you the syntax. Okay.
One more question.
Yeah.
Like, why do we put percentage? If we don't put it, what will happen?
If we don't put percentage, then nothing comes. Okay, let's try. What will happen? Let's try, because we need. Okay, let's try without putting any percentage. I want to see like A, right?
You can't put that in front.
So see, nothing comes because the percentage is called using percentage in coding terms is called getting a wild characters. So unless you put that, it won't know, the compiler won't know that you have to search from the beginning or search from the end. So if you put search from the beginning and ending with A, so that's what it will try and do. So that's why it is very necessary. Like and percentage go hand in hand. You have to use percentage if you use like. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, so now let's proceed to the next.
Wait. What does where mean, Auntie?
Where is we are telling the we are filtering the filtering the records that we are going to we are getting. So if we just say select star from student, it's going to get everything. So filtering means we only want few records. We don't want all the records. That's when we use where clause. Okay. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, let's go to the PowerPoint. Can everyone see my PowerPoint? Maybe not.
No,
Yes.
no.
No. It's not
Yeah,
yet.
Okay, I will share my PowerPoint. I think this is the one. Okay. So we have gone through today. We have gone through insert syntax, viewing inserted data, select star from, filter the data. Okay. So let's. So we have gone through this one, right? And inserted data, viewing insert data, filter the data. See here, for filtering the data, Nitya, your question, where clause will be used for single condition and multiple conditions. Okay. And now
What does condition mean? Condition mean?
Okay, condition is we are giving the condition like we said, where student name like starting with A, right? That condition, this is the condition. So if we give like this is the where clause, that means where word, and this is the condition. Okay, we want only records that is returning student name that has in it, that contains in it. Okay, so that is the condition. Unless we give the condition, if we are giving the condition, then we need to use a where clause. If okay, did you understand or not? Shall I explain a little bit more?
A little bit more.
Okay, if you want to, if first of all, condition will be used if you don't want to get all the data. Okay, now if you want to get only certain data, you need to have some kind of a condition. So for example, we have used we have a I don't want all the data, but I want only those students who are going to year 6. So what is the condition here? Can you tell me what the condition is?
Where year like?
Yeah,
Six?
year. I want, the question is, I want all the students that are going to year 6. So the condition here is year 6. Yeah, condition here is year 6. So that's where we use where condition. So where clause, where year equals 6. Okay, that is the condition. So you understood the condition part?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where whenever you have to use condition, you use where.
Okay.
Okay. So, and like an in operator. Okay, we didn't do in operator, right? Okay, let's do in operator for and then after that we'll go to functions. Okay, let me share that screen. Here's my screen.
Is the in one like where column and then in condition?
I'll explain to you now. Okay, so now let's go to in operator. So in operator is, I'm saying select star from student. Let us look at the student table.
Wait, what does the star mean?
Select star means get all the columns.
Okay.
If I'm just lazy to type the column, so that's why I'm using select star. Otherwise, what you can do is I can say select ID, student name, all that you can say. Or we just want student name. If you just want 2 columns, then you can just say ID comma student name, and there should not be a comma after student name. And then if you give like this, then you get only those 2 columns. Okay, instead of all the columns. Okay, that's a good question, Nitya. Okay, so now I'm just going select star from student just to see where I can use in operator. Okay, so now I want to get all the get the records for let's say Gaurav and Sarah. So we know the name here and we know the column name and what is the column value. We want to get these 2 rows. Okay, so in that case, what is the we use, if we know the exact name, then we use in operator in the where condition. So how do we use that? Select star from student where, who will tell me what should I type next?
Column name.
Yeah, column name is student name.
Student name.
Yeah, student name. Then we use the
In
operator. Yeah, in operator, and in operator always use the
This.
That bracket, not the square bracket, but the brackets that are there with 9 and 0. Okay. First, I'm closing the brackets, and inside the brackets, what I'll do is I'll specify, because this is a what do you call because this is a varchar, because it's a string. Then what do we need to do? String means we have to include that in the quotations,
Into
right?
the bracket.
Yeah. So include them into the quotations. So I am just saying Sarah, close the quotations, and because I want two, Sarah and Gaurav, I am separating them with a comma. Again, I am going to open the quotations, and I am going to type Gaurav.
Quotations.
Okay. So in means we should already know the names. We should already know the values, and it should be exact values. If you miss R there, what will it get? I'm just missing R there. What do you get?
You only get
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah, and it won't even error, because it is thinking that you have given the correct name, but because there is no record, it's not getting. And if I give A, then you get 2 records. Okay. So any questions? What is the difference between like and in operator? Do you know? See, like operator is when you don't know the value, you just know that it contains A, or it ends with A, or it begins with A, or
And
begins with the. Yeah. So
You know
like,
what it is.
yeah, like means you don't know the exact value. In is used when you know the exact value. That is the difference. Okay. Understood? So any questions between like and in operators? Okay, so now let's continue with the okay, so like and in operators are done. Okay, now let's go to the functions. Okay, so now max, min, count, and sum. Let's do these functions. Then we'll come back to left, right. Maybe I'll just save till here. Correct. Okay. Now I'm going to use a new query. Okay. Now, these are the functions that we are going to cover. What is max? Any idea?
What did you say? Max.
What is max? Yeah.
Is this kind of like Excel?
Yeah, Excel, yes.
Is it the amount it can go up to?
Yeah, max. Maximum.
Maximum.
Yes, max is
Maximum.
maximum. Min means?
Minimum?
The
Minimum.
smallest it
Yeah,
can go
smallest.
to.
Yes, very good. Count means?
Counting? All of
Counting, yes. What are the number of records? Or, yeah, that is counting. Okay, as the name sounds, it's count. Okay, sum.
all
Sum
of them
The numbers
together?
Yeah,
the numbers
it's
added
added
together.
together. Yeah, added together. And AVG is
Average.
Average.
average. Okay, so now you know what they mean, right? So, so now let's try and use this as a function, as functions in SQL. So I'm just going to first type select star from student so that we will see where we can use these functions. Okay. Okay, so now, so this is the data. Okay, can we use the max function here in student name table? Yes or no?
No,
No.
Why?
because there aren't any numbers.
Yeah, because maximum can be found only with numbers. Minimum can be found only with numbers. And count can be found with numbers. Okay. Sum can be found with numbers, and average also can be found with only numbers, right? So which are the columns that we can use this?
ID, Year.
ID, yes, year and
School ID.
school ID.
Got
Okay,
ID.
let's find the minimum of year. Okay, minimum of year. So you have to use it this way. Because min is a function. Function means you have to start in brackets. Okay, MIN. So in this, within this brackets, you will, the syntax is, you will have to give a column name, and that too which is integer. Okay, so that is how we use the min function. So I'm just going to put that there and comment it out. So that's the syntax. Okay, let's just look. So minimum of year is from student. What will it give you? What is the answer that we get? What is the minimum of year? Here.
5.
5. Yes, very good. Okay, so if we just run this one, it gave you 5, but it did not give you any column name, right? Did it give you any column name here?
No.
So we
No.
don't know what we have executed, right? So that means we should give a column name. So I'm just going to give a space here and give the column name as min year. Okay. Now if I run it, 5, and then you know that this is min year.
Minimum.
What if I want to find out both minimum of the year and minimum of the school ID? How should I give? How will I find out?
Or.
Not or. How are the columns separated?
Comma.
Comma. Yes, very good. Comma and min of school ID, right? School ID. Not school ID. Close the brackets, and I want to give a name or as min school. Okay. So what will be the answer? So you will get 2 columns because we have specified 2 columns. Okay, now when you are using these functions, can you give this comma and star? Can you give this comma and star? Yes or no?
No.
No.
No, because the star means you are asking you are trying to get all the columns. Can you get all the columns when you are just wanting minimum of these 2?
No.
No.
So that's why never give star when you use minimum and maximum. Okay, so now,
The star means all of the columns.
yeah, star means all of the columns. So that's why we can't get, if I try and do it, it will give you an error. You can't. I'll try. Here
Because you only
it's
want
not
2
showing.
columns.
Yeah, because see what it says, ID is invalid in the select clause because it is not contained in the aggregate. Because we are aggregating these 2, it is not able to get the star. So that's why it will give you an error. So I'm just removing it. Okay, understood the min function?
Yeah.
Auntie, so if you wanted to find the minimum of all of them, how would you do that? Would you write out every single one of them?
No. Minimum of every, okay. Yeah, every single one of them. So for example, you can find minimum of only 3 columns, right? Because only 3 are integers. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
So you can just write min of ID, min of year, see min of year, min of school ID. That's all you can do. Okay?
Okay. I was asking as if like all of our values were like integers and
Yeah, if all of your values were integers, yeah, you can just have, you have to just use the same thing, or min, another column name, and then give the, yeah, everything you have to type it out for all the 5 columns. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, so now let's do the maths. All these functions are same, so who is going to, if we were in physical class, we would have got people to write, but anyway, now who is going to tell me how how we are going to get the max of year? How am I going to write?
Max and then in brackets year.
MAX and
Yeah.
then year in brackets.
Year in brackets and then followed by space, and we have to give a name, right?
Yes.
Max year. Okay. After that,
From student.
yeah, from student. Okay, if I run this, what's the answer that we are expecting? Anyone? Gaurav?
The maximum of the year.
Yeah, maximum of the year is 9. Okay. Yeah. So did everyone get it, or any questions? No? Okay. Let's write, followed by, you can write even the max of school as well. School ID as well. Okay. School ID. Okay. If I do that, then you get 5. Yeah, 5. 5. Okay. So now, who's going to tell me the count? Count is a bit different. Okay. Count means how many are we, what is the count that we are expecting? Can anyone tell me?
5.
5. Because we are just counting the records, right? So what we can do here is, you can either use a count like this, count of star, because we are counting all the records. So we can just use like that, and then say this is the row count, number of rows. I can say number of rows. Okay. From, okay. So you can say, just say count of star, or you can say, it will give you the same. You can either say this way, or you can say count of, let's say, just ID. ID. So how many count are we expecting? I'm running these two, so 5. For both it is 5. Okay? Yeah, for both it is 5. See, number of rows is 5, number of rows is 5. So you can use either star or a column name. Okay, you can use both in both ways. Okay, so now count is done. Now let's go to sum. Sum also will be used for integers, and sum should be used with column name. Okay, now select, who is going to tell me? What should I put here? Yeah, sum, open brackets. Let's do sum of the years. Okay, year from.
Why are you using some?
I'm just trying to explain sum as the function, and we don't have any other integer columns. That's why. Okay. Okay. So from student. So how many do we have? 32 is the answer. Is that correct? 6 3 is 18 plus 9 is 27 and plus 5. Yeah, 32. Is that correct? What did we do now? What did we just do?
We calculated the sum of the column year.
Yeah, sum of the column year. Sum of the column year had first value that it had was, okay, let's do the select star from first. We can calculate select star from student. If we look at this one, so this is the sum. So it is calculating 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6. How much is that?
32.
32. Yes, 32. Okay. Because we don't have any other integer column, it is not appropriate to sum the years, but I just maybe if we had age we would have summed, or I don't know. Yeah, so that's the sum. Usually they do if they have sales figures in the table, they sum the sales, or if you have marks, then they sum the marks. So something like that, just to get an idea. Okay. Now,
Excuse me, Auntie.
Yeah.
If you were to put like a few of these commands, like execute them at one time, would it come up or would it be an error?
No, it won't be an error. So if I run everything, see, I have done everything, and I have not selected anything. I'll just execute this one. Okay. See, it gives you so many: min year, min school, max year. We didn't give a column name here, so that's why it just gave. So actually, it is max school. Okay, and number of rows, sum of the years. Okay, and then in the end we gave select star from student. So it executes one by one and gives the answer, and then within that box. Okay, so you can execute. Yeah. So you can execute at once, not a problem at all. Very good question, Priyal. Okay, so now we finished min, max, count and sum. Any questions so far? Okay, let's do average now. So average syntax also is AVG column name. So let's find the average of year again, because we don't have any other integer column. So what's the syntax? Who's going to tell me?
Select AVG.
Yeah, AVG, open brackets, year. I can just say AVG year. I'm just saying AVG year as the column name. This can be anything that you want, not a problem. Followed by?
From student.
Yeah, from student. Okay. So if I give that, average is 6. Okay. So you can calculate the average. 3, 6 plus 5 and 9, right? So yeah, so it's 6, 6. Okay. 6 is the average. Okay. Now one more question. If at all, I'm just adding a condition here where class teacher like A. Sorry, no. Class teacher like A. So that contains A. How many will I get? Any idea?
5.
So if I run this one,
4.
answer carefully. 5. Do you get 5? Or do you get, how many do you get? Okay, let me run just this one. So that, see here. See here. Look at the data, and now when I run this one, answer me how many rows. Select count of star will give me how many with the where condition. Think carefully. Will it give me 5 or less than 5?
Less than 5.
Yeah, how much? Less than 5 means how much?
3.
3. Yes.
3.
Why? 3. Why?
Because there's
A
3
is
columns.
only in three rows and there is no
Mhm.
A here. So that's why
Yeah.
when you run with the condition, you will get 5 rows. Only
3.
Auntie, you've been muted.
You've been muted.
okay, sorry. I don't know how I got muted, but yeah. Okay, so so these functions, what I was saying is these functions can be used in with your where clauses as well, with your conditions as well. Okay. Okay, so that is for the functions. Let's go to what is there. Yeah, okay. So now we have seen the functions that are covering integers. Okay. Now these ones are the functions that are used for what do you call strings. Okay. So let's do strings part. Maybe I'll save this one as integer functions. And now I will go into string functions. Okay. What is a string? What is a string? Anyone tell me? What is a string? Which are the string columns here?
A string is like a list of characters.
Yes. So we have how many columns? String columns? 3 columns.
3.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So usually in strings, we don't sum and do the max and min, right? But we want
Yes.
some characters from the left, some characters from the right, and some characters from the middle. Okay. So these are the ones that we can use, these functions. So let's look at an example. Okay. Let's say I want just the left 3 characters of student name. Okay. So let's do that. I'm just coming up with the left function. Okay, let me show you the syntax first. I think it's in 4. I think it's in 4. Okay. Okay, so here, can you see all the PowerPoint? Can you all see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
Yes.
left syntax is in the integer functions we just pass the column name. Okay. Now here left function we have to pass 2 parameters. 2 parameters in the sense you need to give the column name, which column we are trying to use, and also the number. Here number indicates how many characters do we need from that particular column. So for example, if we need only 3 characters from the student name, we will write select left within open brackets, pass the student name and then comma 3 if we want the first 3 characters. Okay. So let's try and do that. Similarly for the right column, right function, we pass the column name and the number. If we want to just get the last 3 digits, then you just pass the number 3, something like this. Okay. And yes, let's look at right and left first. So let's go and okay, let's look at the left function first. Select. What do we do? left, right, left, and we have to pass 2 parameters. Remember these because I'm going to have a quiz. I'm going to have a quiz, I think, after 2 weeks. So remember all this. You have to prepare so that you can write the exam. You will have a small test, okay, with 20 questions. Okay, so now see, it shows here expression and number of characters. Okay, so expression means you can just pass the student name. Okay, you can just pass the column name. Okay, followed by comma. You need to put a comma and then number of characters. Let's say I want only the first 3 characters of the student name. Okay, I'm just going to close it. Okay, student name. What do we do now?
We had from and then the
Yeah.
table name.
And also we give a name, left 3 cats. Okay, that's my column name. Okay, so if I run this one, what are the details that we get? ADI, okay, MAN, SAR, GAU, ADA. That's what we will get. Let's see whether we are getting that. Okay, see, that's how you can split. Okay, understood?
Auntie,
Yeah,
from where it says the column name,
yeah.
if our column has a space in the middle of it, do we add the square brackets or the single
Yes. You
each?
need to have. So for example, if I say class teacher, if you just choose, see, this is prompting, right? If you just choose that, then it always adds the square brackets.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to have the square brackets if you have a space in the column name. That's a very good question, Priyal. Okay.
Thank you.
If you want to compare, if you want to get both the columns, I want to get the column, the new column and the old column. So what do I do here? I want class teacher, right? So class teacher. So that you can compare whether it's getting the first 3 characters or not. So if I run this one, we'll get 2 columns here. Raj, Rajni, Lat. So like this, cat. Okay, Morris, John. Okay. So that's how you use the left function. Okay, and left function always takes 2 parameters. I'll just write here so that, because there will be a question definitely on this, takes 2 parameters. Do you know what parameters means?
No.
Conditions.
No, not condition. See, parameters means what we pass in the function. This is one parameter. Column name is one parameter and the number of characters is another parameter. So that is 2 parameters. Okay. And if we look at the int functions, we have only one parameter here. Okay. They take only one parameter. All the min, max, year, all these take only one column name as the parameter. Okay. But these functions, they take 2 parameters. At least the first 2 take 2 parameters. Okay, so let's
We cannot hear you.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's write the right function. Right function, how many parameters does it take?
2.
2 parameters. So just go right function. Let's get, I don't want class teacher now. I am just going to say email and I want com as the last 3 characters. Okay, so I'll just say right and email from student. Okay. So now if I run this, what am I going to get? In the first column,
You are going to get the email. The three letters.
last three. No, not
last
the
three of
Yeah,
the
last three.
3 letters of the email.
Yeah, last three letters of the email. So what is the last three letters of the email?
Com.
Yes. Com. So if I just run this one, everything will be the same, and then you can get that. Okay. So any questions regarding left and right functions?
No.
Okay, let's move on to the substring. Okay, so let's see substring, is it there or not? Okay, it's not there. Okay, substring actually, let's write this one, substring. Selects from student. Substring. Okay, see here, you need to pass the substring is, we are trying to find see what does it say? Can you read? The substring function requires how many arguments? Arguments or parameters? Three parameters.
3 arguments.
Yeah, 3 arguments. So what is the one? So let's say we want to pass okay, so we want to pass student name. Okay, what is it that we want to find? Okay, let's say substring of okay, get the from the student name, get the substring from start, from the start. You can provide the start and the number of characters. So these parameters, see, it says expression and starting position. So that means it has to have from where we are starting, we want it to start, and what is the length. So what do you understand? So for example, I'm just going to go here and run this. From the student name, what I'm trying to say is I'm giving the student name, from the student name, start at the second character position. So for Aditi, what is the second character? For Aditi, what is the second character? D. For Mandipa, A. Sarah, A. Gaurav, A. Yeah, and Adarsh, C. So from there, yeah, I'm giving the starting position as 2. So that means it will start from D, A, and D. And then I'm giving the length as 3. So give me from the starting position the next 3 characters. So it will give you DIT. Okay. So let's run this one and see what it is going to give. See, DIT, A and D, Mandipa, in Mandipa, it's getting from the second character 3 characters. So A and D. Okay. So like that's in Sarah, ARA, and Gaurav, AUR, and Adarsh, AR. Yeah. So that is how you can use the substring. And always remember, substring requires 3 arguments. So 3 arguments or 3 parameters. Okay. Arguments are also called parameters. Here
Okay.
in this case. So 3 parameters and substring. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, so let's see what is remaining. I'm just going to open the functions. Okay, table joins. Let's do table joins maybe. Table joins. Importing data we will do next time. Oh, we didn't do update syntax as well, right? Okay, maybe. Does anyone want to update SQL functions? Okay, let's do update and delete today. And yeah, table joins we'll do next time. Okay, let's do update. Update syntax. Can everyone see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here, update syntax is you have to use the keyword update and then followed by table name. There is a set word. Set the column name. This is column name. We have I think student name here. Student name equals. Let's say we want to change Aditi's name to Aditi's name to something else. What shall we say? What shall we set it to? Aditi's friend. Let's say Aditi's friend is let's say Tanya. Okay, Tanya. So if I do this, where what should be here? What is the condition? I want to change Aditi's name to Tanya. So what should be the condition here? Student name should be where student name is Aditi.
Aditi.
Right? Did you understand?
Yes.
So that's how you can do. I'm going to do two kinds of syntax. Okay, so I'll show you. Let's go into the yeah. I'm going to do a new one. File, save, string functions. Functions. Okay, now I'm going to update. Okay. Okay, which table are we going to update? Student table. Okay. Okay. So, okay, now. Okay, now I want to. I'm just going to first write the select start from student just to see the data. Okay, I'm seeing the data. So I want to change this name Aditi to Tanya, just for example. Okay, if I write this and if I run this, what will happen? Any guesses? Any guesses?
It would come up with an error.
No, it won't come up with an error. Why are you saying that it will come up with an error?
Student will become Tanya.
Yes, who said that?
Me.
Very good, very good. Guess, because there is no where condition, all student names will become Tanya.
Tanya.
Okay, but we want to change that only where student name equals
Aditi.
Aditi. So
Yes.
I'm going to update that. Okay. So if I update that, what are you going to see? Just see. I'm just going to execute. So it says 1 row affected. So now when I run select star from student, there is no Aditi. Aditi is substituted by Tanya. Okay. Got it? Okay. So now, so that is why here I have written in red. Try to update records in the tables you created. That is okay. Always see update example. Okay, syntax is this one. Be careful when updating records. Why am I saying be careful when updating records? You have to have a where condition. Otherwise, everything will change and you will mess up the data. We don't want everything to change, right? So that's why don't leave at this, because it won't give an error. It will just run and change everything. That's why you have to have a where condition. Okay, got it? So be very, very careful when updating records. If you omit the where clause, all records will be updated. Okay, did everyone get what update means?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's go to the delete syntax. Delete also is something is same. If you just say delete from table name, everything will be deleted. So delete is very, very important. Usually in at workplaces, people don't have delete access. Okay, everyone don't have delete access because there is a chance of getting everything deleted if they have delete access. So need to be very, very careful when you run this delete command. So you always have to have a where condition when you want to delete. Okay, so let's try this one. So it's very simple but very powerful. Okay, so let's say that this is update. Okay, so let's say okay, again I have given equals, that's why it is. So let's say now because the data already has changed to Aditi, now this won't work. Will this work now? If I run this again?
No.
No,
No.
because there is no Aditi here, right? So I want to replace. I say Aditi and Tanya. Okay, I am replacing that. Okay, and if I want to use multiple sets, so for example, if I want to now change, let's go here. If I want to change Aditi's name and year, okay, so then what should I do? I am changing Aditi's name to Tanya and year to 6. Then what should I do? Let's write for that. Okay.
Add a comma after the first column.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say Aditi here because now we have Aditi, and I'm changing that to Tanya by using the set command. Set student name Tanya, followed by, if I want to change the year, what should I do? I just put a comma here and then
Here.
equals, what is the year that we are going to change? Tanya is in year, let's say 6. Okay. So now because we put a comma and this thing, the year will change to 6 and Aditi will change to Tanya. Let's observe that. So let's just update that. And now let's go and look at what we have updated. Tanya and 6. Okay. Right. Okay, so that is update. Now let's go for delete. Okay, when you are deleting, can you delete just a column? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. How will we delete? Okay, let's say because delete statement is at a row level. At a row level. So we can't just delete one column value. Okay. So or one cell value. We can't do that with the delete statement. What will happen if I just do this? Execute that.
That will
It won't know who to delete.
Yeah, it will delete
Deletes everything. It
everything.
deletes everything.
Yeah, it will delete everything. All 5 rows it will just delete because we don't have a where condition. So if I have a where condition where, let's say, where school ID is 5, what will it delete? Where school ID is 5 is, how many rows will be deleted?
one.
One.
The last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
The last one will be deleted. So you can try that. I'm not trying that. So you can try and do that. Okay. Always have a where condition for both update and delete statements. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now it's almost 8:30. So let's stop here. I hope everyone understood. And keep, because you have school holidays, keep doing whatever you are doing. Keep practicing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I will unshare. I'll share my all the code that I have written, so that if you have any questions, you can always ask, because you have I think almost 10 days, 10 more days now, so you can always ask. Lasya, did you get what we got today? What we did today? Did you understand? Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay, so shall we call it a day? If does anyone have any problems? Do they want to share their screens? If you have any problems, you just share your screen after this class, after everyone leaves, or you can share it now. Okay. Okay, then have a good night and keep practicing. Okay. When you have time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Indigaru.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Auntie.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.